Hello everyone, it's Veterans Day, a day to support our vets. And on this glorious day, I have a pretty messed up story. A fast food restaurant refused to serve an Army veteran because they felt uncomfortable. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on thedailymail.co.uk. So, here we can see, fast food restaurant cashier and her manager are fired for refusing to serve an Army veteran police sergeant in uniform because they didn't feel comfortable. I'm not going to honk the horn because this isn't funny. This is a serious problem. Who are you to refuse an Army vet from service? Who do you think you are? And why are you uncomfortable? A lot of people these days are brainwashed into not liking the police. Now, I understand, okay? I've never had a problem with Army personnel. Never, not once. I've had problems with police, sure. I've had to deal with police officers that were, to put it nicely, had their head up their bums. And I get it. Police are always around trying to ruin everybody's day, blah, blah, blah. But this dude's an Army vet. I've never had a problem with one. Ever. Not once. 2 fast food chain workers were fired over the weekend after one of them refused to serve a police officer in uniform who was trying to order a meal at a North Carolina eatery. The altercation occurred at the Cookout restaurant at Madison Boulevard, Roxborough, when Army veteran and long-serving police... Oh, he was both! Double whammy! So he was both an Army veteran and a long-serving police officer. Interesting. Kenneth Horton visited the chain but was denied service by the cashier. Police sergeant, who is black...
Surprise, motherfucker!
Never reported the incident to his superiors, but word of Horton's encounter at the restaurant spread through the local town and over social media ahead of Veterans Day celebrations. I know. Imagine refusing service to both an Army vet and a police officer on the same day, right before Veterans Day. Of course it spread. Of course there was outrage. And of course, those people deserve to be fired. Oh, I'm uncomfortable. Why are you uncomfortable? I get it. I get it. You know, there's a certain nervousness you feel around a cop even if you've done nothing wrong. But this goes beyond that. I would never refuse service to a vet or a police officer. Why would I? Their money is just as good as anyone else's. See, I think this is a result of brainwashing. You can blame the mainstream media for constantly bashing cops. Now, don't get me wrong. I have my criticisms against cops. I have my criticisms, okay? But I'm not crazy enough to think that all cops are bad or all cops are evil. That's so stupid. Roxborough Police Chief David Hess said he was left incredibly disappointed when he heard about Horton being refused service, insisting it goes against the message of unity the department strives to instill in the local community. So this is a picture of the man, Kenneth Horton. That must be his son or maybe a kid in a costume. And here he is with what looks like maybe a parachute. So the altercation occurred at the Cookout restaurant on Madison Boulevard, Roxborough, over the weekend. 2 fast food chain workers were fired the next day. Well, that's some quick and swift justice. We're saddened that an employee denied service to a police officer. We promote unity. The public here knows that, and unfortunately, this incident has created a divide. But it is only because of a small action that could have been avoided, Hess told ABC 11. So as the story continued to gain traction online, senior-level employees at Cookout took the unilateral decision to terminate the employment of both the cashier responsible and the manager on shift that afternoon. Now, first of all, if it was the cashier who refused service, yes, fire them. However, I do not believe in blaming the manager. If the manager had nothing to do with this, they are not at fault. Fast food is busy. They could have been in the back room trying to handle all the orders. Why would you fire them both? I would say that's unfair. If they're both involved, yeah, get them out of there. Easy peasy. So Chief Heiss said the police department didn't contact Cookout Corporate to have the employee fired. Rather, the chain took it upon themselves to take action. Yeah. Imagine if they didn't. And this is one of the situations where I agree that they should be fired because this is actually a problem. There's so many stories of left-wingers firing people for whatever reason because, oh no, they're not being politically correct, or oh no, they told a certain group of people who were being disrespectful and violent to get out of the store. Oh, fire them. No, that's bull. This is not bull. This is cut and dry. So the manager, who identified herself as a mother of 4 who had worked at Cookout for more than a decade, told the station that she wished the cashier had asked her to come to the front to take Horton's order rather than ask another cashier to do it. If the cashier didn't feel comfortable taking somebody else's order, it's not wrong for them to ask for someone else to do it or contact the manager. The former manager, who didn't want to be named, said on the chain's policy of refusing service. First of all, you shouldn't be refusing service at all, okay? If you're a little pansy, if you're a little baby, you shouldn't be working there. All you have to do is take an order. It's not a big deal. What is wrong with you? Are you brainwashed? And I could understand. No, I couldn't actually. There's so much propaganda against cops these days. The current narrative is, oh, these white cops, oh, they're so discriminatory towards the minorities. But this cop was black. So it remains unclear why the employees didn't want to serve Horton in the first place. But he was in uniform at the time. Chief Hess confirmed on dailymail.com. The following day, the cashier was fired by the eatery's district manager along with her superior. The district manager told me that I should have went outside and got the officer's attention and, I guess, offered to take his order, the ex-manager reflected. Well, did she know about it? Did she know about it? That's my question. But contrary to protocol, the woman told ABC she wouldn't have felt comfortable or safe going outside to take the officer's order, having not been directly involved in the incident herself or having detailed knowledge about the circumstances surrounding the fallout. Okay, well, that depends. Did she know that? Why? It sounds like she might not have known. So, I don't know. I'm mad. I'm pissed. I was hurt, said the former manager. I just gotta find something else. I got bills, kids, and Christmas coming up. You know, I really hate that attitude of, oh, I'm a corporation. I'm just gonna fire the manager and blame them and everything will be fine. Like I said, if she didn't know, then it's not her fault. If she knew what was going on, then yeah, it's her fault. I'm just saying. It's not very clear. So Cookout have not released a public statement, etc., etc. So here in the comment section, I think you'll find that people are just outraged as I am, and it's Veterans Day. Come on. WomQQ says, what is wrong with people being uncomfortable in the presence of a veteran or cop unless they have something they're guilty of? This is utter nonsense, and I can assure you, it's just a way for them to fight whatever cause they think is important. So completely ridiculous. And the fact that this man puts his life on the line to protect idiot people like this makes me even more angry. So here Z Chen has a pretty good comment, and this person's from San Francisco, so this is surprising. The media has turned ignorant people against law enforcement. It is so wrong. Lord of the Stars says, what is there to be uncomfortable about? Nothing. When the cashier gets mugged or his/her house gets broken into, who will they call? I guarantee you that they will call the police to serve them. I'm glad they were fired. Now, I really want to point out that not all cops are good. Okay, I've had to deal with cops that were totally ridiculously rude to me and messed with me for no good reason. Oh, you're riding the bike the wrong way of an empty road used for running that nobody ever uses. Go the other way, into the wind. No, but for real, not all cops are good. Some people become cops for the power, and there's a lot of corruption within the cop community. And what pisses me off is that they hide it sometimes. They'll protect their own, even when their own are in the wrong. And I'm not saying it's like this everywhere, but it is real. I used to know somebody who was mentally unstable. Dangerous even. A lot of issues, mental issues, emotional issues. And they became a cop. So what am I supposed to believe? So you can blame this on the media, I think. It's sheer propaganda. Nobody is actually going after, cops for the right reasons anymore. It's not about corruption. It's not about power tripping. It's about, oh, he was a bigot. Oh, he's terrible. Oh, the police, blah, blah, blah. That's just that's where we're at. It's really messed up. And it's Veterans Day. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. So look, I'm just going to say this. My criticisms aside, this man did not deserve to be refused service. He looks like a nice man. He did nothing wrong. Serve veterans. Serve the police. It's that simple. I think Cookout made the right move. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Honestly, it's kind of upsetting, especially on a day like today. Let me know what you think. Feel free to let me know your opinion on the whole cop situation. I'm just saying, they're not all good people, I know as much. But there's no reason for you to refuse service because you feel uncomfortable. That's ridiculous. Be sure to let me know what you think. As always, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. Doing so will get you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. There's also PayPal and Bitcoin options, if you're interested. Sharing the video also helps because, let's be honest, these websites are no longer promoting us. The algorithms, they don't like red-pilled content. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.